Hey guys, we're here with Montana again. You probably remember her from her dusty violet video where we turned her hair from kind of a grassy warm color to a nice dusty violet gray color. So she's back now and the color has faded out. So you can take a look, and grown a lot. Her hair grows super quickly. So what we're going to be doing with her hair is we're going to be taking it to the super nice teal kind of blue color. So what we're going to have to do first is, because her hair has become a little bit warmer now again, which is typical for blondes, we're going to have to tone this out first and then put the color on after that. So you want to think of it as painting, and you want to give yourself the best canvas possible. Imagine Picasso when he's painting his masterpiece. He's obviously grabbing a white blank canvas, not one that is yellowy or has a tinge of warmth in it, because that's going to show through in the color. So it's very important. If you were doing a warmer funky color like a red, orange, or yellow, then it's not so much of a big deal. But with a teal or a blue, the reason why it's very important to have a neutral palette is if there's any yellowy in the color, what does yellow and blue do? It mixes and creates green. So we want to get this as neutral as possible so the blue can show through really, really well. We have her at the sink now and we're going to spray her down. We want the hair just slightly damp so that it can absorb the color better. You want to think of it like a sponge. A damp sponge is going to absorb more than a completely dry sponge. But on the flip side, we don't want the hair sopping wet either, because that's going to have the opposite effect and is not going to be able to absorb as much. It doesn't have to be exactly precise, but I do want to make sure that absolutely everything gets toned. So I'm just going to roughly clip up sections to do one section at a time. We're toning her hair with a half 10A and a half 8P. This is going to give her a really nice neutral color. Making sure to comb through to make sure that the hair is evenly saturated. Here's the toner in the hair. You can already see how well it's neutralizing out all that warmth. We're going to process for the full time. Right before we wash, I like to emulsify with a little bit of water into the toner in the hair just to make sure that everything was completely saturated. We'll do this for a couple minutes and then we're going to rinse out. Alright, we're all toned out now. I've given her a rough dry. We don't want our hair sopping wet when we do the color. Obviously that's going to dilute the color. We don't need the hair bone dry though either. So this again, like I said, will absorb the color really, really well. But you can see now how nice this palette is, this nice light color, so that we could put the teal and the blue on over top. So in one bowl here we have the teal, that's going to be the darker color, so that's going to be the Pulp Bright Aquatic. On this side I have 1/3 of the teal and 2/3 of the Joico Sky. So the teal is going to be the more powerful, stronger pigment, so we want more of the blue to dilute it down to create the color that we're looking for. I like to mix these types of colors with a whisk because you want to make sure the color is evenly mixed up. And if you have a brush, sometimes what happens is that one color will over deposit in one spot and you'll have these pockets of dark and light. You want it completely mixed up. So we're going to be starting with the darker teal here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to do the dark teal first, making sure to overlap onto the black slightly, because even though it's black, it is going to take some of the tint and help with the color melt. So we're going to have a very nice fade from dark to the teal to the lighter teal on the ends. Make sure to saturate the hair fully and feather the color into the ends. we're gonna comb through the hair as well, but we don't want to pull color all the way through the ends. So we're going to pull it through, stop, lift it out, and pull out. This is gonna keep the hair clean, and then we're gonna place it onto the foil. Make sure you're cleaning your hands in between sections and you're keeping your work very clean because you do not want the colors to mix together. Because we're in the same family of colors, it is going to be much more forgiving. But if you're working with colors that aren't in the same family, like a blue and a yellow, you do not want those colors to be mixed or blended together because it's going to look very messy and you're not going to get the color that you want out of it. Here's all the teal all applied, and now we're ready to move on to the lighter blue teal. We're gonna start here painting it on, making sure to feather it into the teal. We're gonna be melting the colors together and combing it through to make sure it's saturated. You wanna be cognizant of the color choices. Again, because this is in the same family, we're gonna be able to melt the colors together easily. Depending on your color choices, you may not be able to pull all the way through. Here is the color all applied. You can see how the color is already depositing into the hair and we're seeing it show through. We're gonna be working the color through like this, making sure that the hair is completely saturated inside. You can see some color peeking through there, so we wanna make sure it's all completely colored. But again, being cognizant of that this is the darker teal and this is the lighter bluish teal. I'm not gonna be rubbing all of this into the bottom. We're gonna wipe and then work through the end. Ready to wash out. We're gonna be using ice cold water, so we're not stripping out any of this color. Montana's gonna get used to, well, she's already used to it because she's had colors like this before. Ice cold showers, right, Montana? So I'm just shampooing the roots. I actually am not going to be shampooing the ends at all because I don't want to be pulling out color that we don't need to be. And then I'm just going to be rinsing her roots out and then we're just going to condition. All right, we're all done now. We're going to just be putting some product into her hair and then styling. I'm going to be putting in the Replenish Strength Restoration Oil. You can see this oil really give the hair life again. It's great for after colors. It's going to add some strength back to it. It's going to fill the hair in so that it has the moisture and it has the shine. And best of all, it's going to reflect your colors the best after any color and day to day so that your hair is feeling good. Next, we're going to be putting in Protect, which is an awesome style primer and heat protectant for the hair. This is going to help your blow dries dry faster. It's going to prevent heat damage and split ends. And overall, it smells amazing in the hair. All right, we're all done. Montana's color now. Check out how awesome this looks. So we can see this ocean of colors in here. It looks amazing. Okay, so I'll let you take a look at it all. Actually, I'll do a pan of it. So if you guys have any questions about it, leave a comment below. If you guys want to see a different color, let us know. Other than that, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you guys next Friday. Bye. Say bye, Montana. Bye.